Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to GameStar TV2. We are back with the second game of the best of three between Songname and Teemo. My name is Crisis. I'm joined once again by Mendrix, and we're straight away into Champ Select as the bans have been completed. How are you doing, Mendrix?
Pretty good. I've got my coffee for this game, so I'm hoping I'm a little bit more clarable for all those people watching out there.
Alright, so the bans are interesting, I suppose. So we've had a switch of sides, Teemo versus Songname. Teemo on the left-hand side, Songname on the right-hand side, the red team. And Songname have banned out what they feel is the core of the previous team comp, Annie, Cogmore, and Warwick, that they had to face.
Pretty much, yeah. Very smart bans from them here. Basically, it was the Annie-Cogmore Warwick combination that was creating it all. You had a lot of damage coming through from the Shyvana. But like those three in particular, and obviously you had a lot of CC coming through from Morgana as well. But those three, they were the core late game characters. They're the ones doing the damage and the good lockdown initiate that really made their team comp so strong.
Yeah, the chase potential of Warwick was demonstrated in that double kill that he picked up, running with the bloodlust going crazy, and all the way down picking up. It was the Lulu and the Nunu in the jungle at one stage. So getting rid of him. But of course, what that has meant is we have the appearance of the Maokai.
Yes, the other person that should have been banned along with Nidalee. I'm surprised Nidalee's opened this game, so and no one's picked it, which is good. We're very lucky indeed. But Maokai is definitely one of those really strong picks out there. I think they nerfed his percentage damage on his Twisted Advance, and they nerfed how long he can keep his ultimate up, so they hopefully to allow for a bit more counterplay. But he's still a very strong champion right now. It's going to be, it's going to take some time to see if those nerfs really had the effect that they needed to do on the Maokai.
Alright, so let's see the rest of the team competition that's coming through. We've got Icy on the Maokai, and as the game extends later and later, he becomes harder and harder to kill, and that's just going to suit a +1 quite okay. Well, +1's not the AD carry, that's going to go onto King Stallion, but they picked up Tristana, who is has recently become an absolute monster as a hyper carry and a late game carry.
Yeah, definitely the case. I really do like the team comp again from Teemo in this situation. They've got the Ziggs are still out the game, allowing King Stallion to really get to the hyper carry status. They've got a lot of protection for Tristana with Leona and Maokai, and also from zone potential that Ziggs has, and obviously from Amumu. So they definitely have a very strong engage comp, and thanks to, Tristana's a pretty slippery character herself. She'd be okay from the far range shooting from afar. But she won't really feel it. She's going to have a very rough laning phase because she's up against Nami and Caitlyn, and that is a very, very potent lane during the laning phase.
Yeah, you were saying yesterday when we saw the first appearance of Caitlyn, she's very, very safe, even when she faces up against a stronger champion, is able to maintain parity with them. I suppose mainly the advantage early on is going to be that Caitlyn will outrange Tristana until Tristana gets a few levels in there. And then, of course, the Nami is there to provide sustain, and that is the one thing that Leona doesn't have.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the case. There's not going to be much sustain provided from in the bottom lane on Teemo's side, and basically because they're going to have the safe, they're going to have a lot of poke in the lane as well. Leona's going to have a tough time trying to get on because even if she does manage to get into the fight, there's going to be a bubble landing down on her, and then any damage to stealth to them is just going to be healed back up. In the mid lane, though, I do like how they've picked up Zed. Zed's great against Ziggs in that Ziggs is a very safe champion that tries to stall things out. Zed will get in there, kill him, and that's generally how you counter Ziggs. You use kill potential to get away from him. You're not gonna be able to wear him down. You need to go from 100 to 0 before he has a chance to do anything.
So we'll look for a combo coming through from the Zed. I guess it is first power spike really at level 4.
Yes, pretty much. I'd say he's not going to really try to do anything, not unless he gets some help from Thunder Magnet until about 6. But basically level 4 is when he gets his second rank into his shurikens, and from there he's going to try and just see if you can get a little bit of damage down to her. But really, I'm going to wait until the level 6 if still there's going to be some action in the mid lane. And I'm going to look at the top lane in that matchup. It's a very good idea to pick the Ryze into the Maokai. No matter how strong Maokai can get as time goes on, Ryze will still outscale him. Ryze will probably have a little bit of a tough time in the early to mid game, but generally, as we saw in the game when suddenly Citrus was playing Ryze, he had the capability to actually solo pretty much the whole team. He did a 4-on-1 and came out with a triple kill.
Okay, so 1 minute remaining over here. Thunder Magnet picking up once again the Nunu. He's going to be counter jungling against that Amumu, who's not quite as susceptible to counter jungling as Warwick is early on. It does have the bandage toss and is going to be able to put a point into bandage toss at level 3 and potentially gank already at that time. And I suppose the focus there, his blue side, he's going to be starting at his blue, so either the mid lane or the bottom lane is going to be where his first gank is going to be coming through.
Yeah, probably the mid lane, see if they can like shut down that Ziggs early. It'd be very good. I still think +1's going to have a very tough time in the jungle. I think Thunder Magnet will be doing the exact same thing that he did in the last game. He's going to probably take his buff and go straight to the enemy's buff and take it away from him before he has a chance to smite it away.
Alright, finally going to get into the skin battle. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I've been trying to do a little bit of Twitch TV admin on the Games channel, so a little bit distracted. But we are into that skin battle, and it is now going to be, well, we got Teemo, who are in position to take the best of 3 with the 2-0, but Songname had a very good showing through that match and lost that one team fight that Mendrix, you correctly predicted, was going to be the winning team fight, and so I think they're in with a chance here to draw level.
Right now, both teams are very strong in general when it comes to their team fight. I still have to give the edge to Teemo again. They do have a very team fight focused team with, whereas if you have a look at song names, there we go, got it right this time. I was about to say name song again, but I caught myself. Song names team, Caitlyn's very early mid game. Nami's pretty late in my opinion. I mean, her tidal wave is fantastic. If you use it properly, it is a fantastic tool in the late game and during team fights. Nunu's absolute zero, especially the way that Thunder Magnet builds it, isn't going to be as potent. Ryze is definitely late, but unless the team really groups up in that situation, he's not really going to be that effective when he pops his desperate power. And with Zed's going to go in there and try to assassinate either Tristana or Ziggs. And once he's done that, he kind of like just falls off for a little bit until his cooldowns come back up. So if the protection is on the side of Tristana and Ziggs when the initiation and the team fights happen, Teemo should win again.
Well, we'll have to see whether that is the case. In terms of the skin battle, we got 3 across the top for Team Teemo, and just the 1 down in the bottom. So all of the skin battle carry on the shoulders of the Zed, and in fact that is an analog or a metaphor for this game. Everything's going to rest really on whether Zed's going to be able to do the business on Crow.
Yeah, definitely in that regard. But we're going to have to see how this. Basically, we're going to see how this, this game goes out. Like I said, I give the edge early to Namesong, late to Teemo. It's really going to be. Need Zed to really go through and shut down that Ziggs early and start roaming. That's the big thing you need to do. And he needs to basically go shut down the Ziggs, and as soon as he gets his roaming on, he needs to run straight to the bot lane and start taking out Tristano. So that way, it gives Yo enough time to snowball and use his superior mechanics in laning, because he had a much higher farm than King Stallion in the last game. And basically from there, he should be able to, once he gets that lane rolling, it should be a nice, clear, easy finish through that lane. And what you'll see is should be able to get some really good control, having both Nunu and a strong bottom lane. They should be getting plenty of dragons. That should be their focus. And really coming to, I'd say, try to end this game around the 30-minute mark is the goal of Namesong at the moment.
Song name.
Song name. God, I keep doing it. I cannot.
I had a boss who at one stage, she was non-technical. So I work in IT and she was non-technical, and one of our vendors was Dimension Data, and she referred to them as data dimensions so many times that I started doing it in meetings. It was just like so frustrating.
Well, I'm gonna try. I will try to get over it. I'll try to get over it as fast as I possibly can.
Okay, so I've called a standard start for the blue team. +1. The Amumu of all junglers is absolutely dependent on blue. He must start with blue, and that's exactly what he's doing. So the opposing team, Song Name, heading down and stealing his red buff. Now the
Pretty
question
much.
will be, Mendrix, whether we're going to just have blue buff, red buff exchange.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think there will be a red buff exchange. They haven't really seen what's happened, and basically when actually, you know what? They will notice this because JT the Ray managed to get the red buff instead of the Nunu at this point in time. So bit of a mistake there. Thunder Magnet will be able to pick up the blue buff straight away, and looks like because Nunu's noticed that JT the Ray has the red buff, he's going through to pick up the red buff on this side.
Oh, now there was a ward placed there, so they're going to see him, and Nunu at the moment rushing on the way up. He's going to take on. We want to see Judge Oni moving up as well, though.
Yeah, it's definitely the case. I don't think he's going to be able to get there in time. Yeah, as you can see, he's managed to smite it away, and looks like +1 is up to a very commanding start by taking this, because as you can see, Thunder Magnet hasn't even gotten his blue buff left. He's still level 1, and looks like his chance to actually counter jungle and be the beasts that we all know he can be in the early game is going to be slipping away quite quickly.
In the meantime, we've had a lane swap as well. So down at the bottom, we've got Icy as the Maokai, and he's going to be defending against Yeoj on Caitlyn and J to the race. So really, the CS of King Stallion and Yeoj is going to be completely dependent on themselves. They've got the best possible situation in terms of last hitting that has been set up.
Pretty much, yeah. This is definitely a very smart move by Teemo doing the lane swap. Basically, they circumvent the amount of annoyance that Caitlyn brings in the lane, and they're able to shut down Ryze, who's a late game monster himself. So basically, by doing this, they've solved 2 issues with basically 1 stone, or basically they killed 2 birds with 1 stone. As you can see, +1's coming there. He's going to see if they can get it. It looks like they managed to get an E onto it. Looks like the Benetrosh has come through. Riven has taken just enough, but unfortunately he's taken 1 too much, and then manages to give up a kill to the Ryze anyway.
So Nectar gets a consolation kill out of that. I wonder, is that because the flash was not up for Leona?
Flash was up. I think she just misjudged the amount of damage that the tower can do, especially since they recently buffed the tower damage early on. So basically, I think the idea was actually to counteract the idea of doing these lane swaps. But it looks like Songname is basically taking advantage of this fact right now, and they're doing an early dragon. And they're not juggling the damage too well right now. They're doing it a bit. I think they're moving in a bit too hard, and everyone's taking each auto attack fairly equally. But it looks like they should come out on top as long as no one notices that they're doing it. They shouldn't be in too much danger. And looks like they pick up a free dragon.
Yeah, fantastic play there. So 4 minutes 30 dragon on the red team, and that's going to give them a tiny little bit of an advantage. J to the Ray though is really low, and it's really flirting with death, I've got to say.
Yeah, definitely in this point of the game. But it looks like they managed to come out on
Nectar's
top.
gotten pushed off of his turret. We've got the harass going through from Reuven, and getting followed up by King Stallion, who's had to rocket jump to get in range, and so won't be able to rocket jump over the wall just to secure the kill. Meantime, the same thing is happening for Icy. He's really super low and driven right off of his turret, and the red team have decided, Songname have decided, they are going to try and get this turret nice and early.
Unfortunately, I just lost
top lane. We've got another tower dive going down onto Nectar. This time the flash does go through from Leona, but unfortunately not soon enough. And so Ryze gets yet another reply kill.
Unfortunately, I've just disconnected from the game, so I'm just trying to get back in right now.
Alright, well, I'll keep going. So we've had Icy teleporting back into the lane, instantly uses his W onto the Nami, who was sticking around, and picks up that kill there. Bottom turret, though, gets taken down, and Yeoj heads on off, decides to blue pill with... in fact, Thunder Magnet is also going to blue pill. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, 6 minutes gone by, and we've got Zed... leading in terms of CS by 10 CS, but he's going to lose a cannon minion because he's blue pilled at the wrong time.
I'm almost back in. I have returned. I have made it back in. So it looks like blue pilling on the wrong time for that cannon minion. Got when will these guys learn? It's all about the cannon minions. It doesn't matter if you miss any of a CS or you miss a give up a kill. You need to give up. You need to get.
Oh, Nectar's in trouble. He decided to go toe to toe with King Stallion, but Reuven arrived in lane. But just in time, J to the Ray has arrived as well. They've taken down that bottom turret, so they've decided, look, we're going to lane swap ourselves and head on to the top lane. That has given an opportunity for Icy to put some pressure onto this bottom turret, but he doesn't have much damage at the moment.
He's back up to the top lane. Yeo's in a bit of trouble right now. Looks like Stallion manages to pick up a kill there. Looks like he's bringing his focus onto J to the Ray. Rocket jumping him back on with that reset. Manages to pick up the kill also onto there, but looks like Jungle only has made his way through time to basically be the mop-up crew. Gets the ignite onto Crow right now after picking up a kill there.
He
looks
might
like
get a
they're
triple
quite
kill
low.
out of this.
I think he's going to get the triple kill, like you said.
Yeah,
it's still
there's
going
no
on right now.
on Crow or +1, so unfortunately +1's Tears even have gone down. In fact, it's a quadra kill, and the first one that we've been able to see. Well done to Judge Oni. And Mendrix, how do you feel about an assassin, a mid lane assassin, picking up a quadra kill?
I feel very
At 7
badly for
minutes.
Ziggs right now. I feel extremely badly for Ziggs. Basically, what's going to happen is he's going to go back, pick up his Blade of the Rune King. There it is. And once he's gone back,
That's 7.5 minutes. He's got a Blade
it's
of the
7.5 minutes. Yeah, it's
Wow.
quite insane. The moment he has his ignite up, if he feels he's going to just test the waters a little bit, see how much damage he's dealing to Ziggs. Ziggs luckily has picked up the Seeker's Arm Guard wisely, so he won't be doing as much damage as he normally would be. But he's going to throw a couple Qs at him, test the waters to see how much damage he's actually doing to Ziggs right now. And when he feels comfortable, he's going to all in and then make his way down to all in, use his ulti, kill Ziggs, and then make his way down to the bot lane and try to snowball Caitlyn faster. Although right now, although the lane's sort of broken, instead of heading to the bot lane, he'll be heading to the top lane and try to snowball Caitlyn further.
Well, mid lane's returned to some measure of normalcy as Jungle Only arrives back in the lane and decides to start to. We'll see how much dominance he is able to exert out of that. You can see that Teemo recognize that he is the danger man now, and they need to do something about it, sending 4 of their champions now to the mid lane, and that's opening things up in the top lane for Yeo and J to the Ray to get some damage onto this top lane turret.
Yeah, pretty much they're playing this the right way you should. Generally with Caitlyn, because of her long range and siege potential, she tends to take towers extremely quickly. As you can see, that's what happened in the bottom lane. She's probably going to take the top tower as fast as possible, and then they're going to rotate to mid. Intelligently, J to the Ray is heading down there now to help out the siege in the mid, but looks like it was a bit too late. That was a nice Zenith Blade onto Zanunu there, but looks like Jungle only had decided to go in. He's got the Death Mark onto King Stallion, but it still wasn't enough, and they managed to get the shutdown gold. Nice rocket jump, trying to get that last hit onto the Thunder Magna, but he manages to escape.
Yeah, beautifully done. So unable to do a 4 versus 2 there out of that. Sort of a 4 versus 3, I suppose, but the turret went down and they didn't have the assistance there. Risky little move over here, heading down to the bottom lane. Well, they thought, I suppose, that the dragon was still up. They were heading over to have a look and unable to. Well, really, all they were able to do was get some vision going there. Meantime, they've gotten the bottom turret in reply. So turrets are dead even, 2 on 2, with a mid-turret advantage to Teemo.
Yeah, definitely very good for Teemo right now. Basically, the next thing they should do is there's going to be some contention around in the Dragon. Looks like Songname is already in position to try and take that out. So even though they may have the vision there, it looks like it's not going to be able to do much because it's going to be up in the next 10 minutes. And they do know the timer purely because they were the ones that took it out first, or they were the ones that took out the first Dragon. So it looks like they're here now. They're going to see that ward that has been placed there. They're going to be like, oh, how cheeky. And it looks like they've... looks like Teemo know what they're doing, but there's no way they're going to be able to make it in time for them to get this Dragon. Looks like they should just give it up.
There's 5 champions there and nothing. Oh, there's a speculative long-range Mega Inferno bomb, but unfortunately it was exactly that speculative and arrived moments too late. I think it only damaged the Thunder Magnet, in fact. So after the Dragon, we're going to have a siege onto the mid lane. Songname have decided, look, you've taken our turret. We don't want you to have the advantage anymore. We want to take your turret in return.
Pretty much the case, yeah. It looks like you've got Riven, or like I'm gonna say Leona because the name's actually kind of annoying to me. Leona's made it her way down.
Technically, it's Reuven. I would say.
Ruven. Okay. Ruven has made his way down there to help protect that siege right now. Looks like they're not going to be able to do much and just back off calmly. They do have to worry about Tristana right now because she's been putting her points into... Actually, she's been putting her points into rapid fire. She hasn't been putting them into explosive shot. So looks like she's been focusing on trying to get more single kills, not really the split pushing power that we all know that Tristana has. But Yuo's there to stop her from taking any more damage onto that top tower.
Well, they don't have fantastic wave clear, I would say, when Caitlyn is not there and when Zed's not there, but they're successfully defending things away. Nice little minion push down in the bottom lane, calling Icy away, and Amumu's headed back into the jungle. So a little bit of posturing in the middle lane, but things going back to normal now. Jungle Only has headed to the top lane. He's got a little bit of a push going on there, and I suppose he is the safest of the split pushers in the team. He's able to push those waves down relatively quickly using his shadows, I suppose it is.
His Razor Shuriken. And he can also even use his Shadow Slash as well as wave clear, but he needs to be right in the middle of it. Basically, it's a combination of him using both. As he's going through. The big reason why you like having led to Zed to split push is he's quite mobile. He's able to get away if 2 or 3 come up to him.
Amazing.
And if they send only 1, he's just going to assassinate them. So that's what's really good about having Zed as a split pusher.
He heads out of the lane just to kind of troll things a little bit, I think, and now he's going to get back into that top lane, get the split push on, while the rest of his team maintains the siege. Very, very difficult to siege against the Ziggs. As you can see, his wave clear is fantastic, and of course so is King Stallion's. But I think they're looking for something. They're looking for an engage. There's a flash through from Icy. He pops his ulti. Yeo has taken a solar flare to the face and is unable to participate. And right now it seems like a rearguard action that is taking place, as they don't want to have that fight, and really all they want to do is transfer the siege to their own turret and give the opportunity for Zed to keep on pushing.
Pretty much, as you can see, though, there was a response from Icy, probably the best person to send down to deal with the Zed when it comes through, because he's going to be too tanky for Zed to actually take out. Just basically go there and control the tower. Zed's going to start making his way up now towards that mid lane to basically stop this siege from happening. Looks like they've managed to take the mid tower, which is good. However, there is a flash
coming from behind. He's going to look for a bit of a cleanup crew through the basement entrance. Here he goes. He drops a little bit down. He got the death mark down onto Crow. Crow flashes away. Is he going to be able to chase? The bandages miss, and it's going to be a kind of a consolation prize, I guess. Oh, another flash from +1, and Zed is absolutely denied. They wasn't able to complete the flanking maneuver. Everybody from Teemo gets away scot-free.
Yeah, basically they traded.
Got taken down,
they traded Leona for the top lane right there, or the Rise, which is definitely a good trade in my eyes. Not only that, they managed to take out basically the inner turret for the in the mid lane, and they managed to protect their inner turret in the top lane in the process of doing so. It looks like they're going straight onto it. Icy's like, I'm not done, I'm still ready to go back in again. That is fantastic rocket jump by King Stallion there into the Buster Shot. Looks like she's got her eyes now onto the Zed. Nice crit, managed to give the double kill straight all the way onto Zed, onto Icy, and looks like now they're chasing down Thunder Magna, who's low on HP and low on mana right now. So basically right now they have opened up the lane for themselves, and it looks like they'll be able to take out the tower and the inhibitor if they're lucky.
Yeah, the 15-minute mark just ticks over there. It's 13-7. This game is a very, very different story for Teemo versus Songname. Teemo really pushing down the accelerator. They have 5,000 gold on their opponents at the moment. And another Twisted Advanced Initiation comes through from Icy, and another kill goes down onto the Rise. Jungle Only is going to try and pick up. There's a lot of low champions over here, and the Sacrificial Lamb is actually is Icy. He's the one that delays things, and the rest of the team can play.
Yeah, very well done there by Icy. Even though he may have given up a shutdown gold, it's still, absolutely definitely worth it for him to throw away his life to save the entire team.
Well, some frenetic action. Frenetic action. Yes, the gates are open. We've got the exposed inhibitor. We got. I suppose in contrast, if you just look at that mid lane, it's really the story of this game. They're everything up in the mid lane for Teemo.
Yeah,
and expose
that
the
quadra
inhibitor.
kill for Zed really not doing much at the moment. Unfortunately, Jungle only has been able to transfer that success into a really good team fight game, and that's generally what I was saying before. Teemo have the better team fight team again. So really, they need to have Zed split pushing constantly. They really need to be trying to pull the attention away from Teemo to be able to go through, and that's just something they're not doing. And now, I wouldn't be surprised if they push out their lanes, head back into the mid lane again, and then take out that inhibitor.
A request for help from Nami goes down in the mid lane. He knows what's up.
Yeah, it looks like the dragon is open at the moment. They're just going to clear out some of the vision wards and clear out that pink ward. They might go for it because Songname's not really in position to take it right now. Looks like the red is being picked up by King Stallion. And looks like they're positioning for it. Looks like there is going to be a team fight surrounding this dragon right now.
Yeah, I think they want to
the
get
end
that
of the game, really.
Yeah, and then they're using the dragon to troll, but unfortunately, we've got Nunu coming through the rear and getting a ward
Icy's
down.
going for it. Icy wants to pick up another initiation, but looks like they've just managed to pull everyone into the mid now, and they're just going to go straight through the mid lane and try and take out that inhibitor.
And why wouldn't you? There's no turrets to buff the opposing team. You know that your team fight capability is really good. In fact, you want them to initiate on you because you've got better counter initiation. And so that's what they do. Crow eats a headshot, but he's at full HP, so no problem there. Icy goes in. He's got his targets down onto jungle only. To the Raze taking damage as well as a result of what's going on. In fact, he goes down. Icy picks up that kill. +1, the jungler manages to grab a kill, and that's 5-4 at this stage. In fact, it's going to be a full ace as Ruben manages to flash away from the turret this time and manages to survive. And I think the GGs might actually go out at this stage.
Basically, yeah. There's still over 2 minutes until they can surrender. Looks like they're just going to back off right now. I'd say the best thing for them to actually just go take up the dragon, because they do have a bit of health on Icy right now. They could easily just tank the dragon for him. But it looks like they've turned their attention onto the bottom turret here. They really do need to be quite quick because the timers aren't that massive. But looks like they should be able to get this very quickly and back away.
Yeah, massive minion wave as well to help them along. So they'll clear that out. Whether they go for a dragon now after they clear this ward, I think
they should go for the dragon.
Yeah, Icy can tank it until the cows come home, really.
Pretty much, that's like the case right now. And as you can see, those massive waves, both in the top and in the bottom lane, were basically more than enough for them to have a buffer to keep the enemy team at bay while they just decide to take everything they need.
So the 19-minute mark goes by. We've had 1 kill per minute for Teemo, and they have an 8,000 gold lead, almost a 9,000 gold lead at this stage of the game. That is a significant lead, just before 20 minutes.
Yeah, definitely a significant gold lead at this point in time, and I don't think there's much really Teemo can do at the moment. They need a bit of a miracle to really come back into this game. Probably their best bet would be a Baron throw, but really at this stage, Teemo don't need that. Teemo can just push either the top lane. I'd say right now the best thing for them to do would be to go into the top lane, siege that top turret, maybe pick up a kill or two in the process of doing so, and then back for Baron and end the game after that.
So just going to mention to the Twitch chats Flamers that this is a Canterbury regional tournament. So these guys are all amateur sides. It's an amateur tournament. This isn't supposed to be professional or anything like that. And Noah's dad's dick and Gruns, yeah, I'm pretty certain that you wouldn't be much better. I'm just going to put it out there. It's pretty easy.
I wouldn't say they're better. I wouldn't say they're better than
and,
Subtly Citrus.
and abuse
to be perfectly
people.
honest.
Well, no.
That's one of the teams out there I'd say they wouldn't be better than. But guys, like seriously, just calm down a little bit. There are some diamonds here. There are some plats. There are some golds. Generally, these guys are better than roughly 90% of the player base out there. So give these guys a little bit of a break, okay?
Alright, Icy stands on the cupcake, has an om, and takes a couple of turret hits, and they back away. So it looks as though our song name is trying to create something, but there's not really much that they can do, unfortunately. They've got super minions pressing up through the middle, and it's all they can do to hold a streak. Oh, jungle only goes in. He wants to pick up a kill on Crow. He puts the death mark down, but Crow just smacks him away. In fact, it was a it was a buster shot from King Stallion that knocked him away and takes him down. And it is now all about murder, she wrote, as Yeo completes the ace with his death.
Yeah, Yeo's been a real, King Stallion has been a real monster this game. 10, 1, 12, basically got that Bloodthirster and that Infinity Edge. This should be, basically murder she wrote, as you were saying before. Looks like the GGs and the well plays are going out right now. And yeah, that was just a very solid game from Teemo. They didn't, they got their advantage, they played it, they played to their advantages, and they played very smart positionally and strategically.
So we have a last hurrah from Songname. They're wanting to do themselves proud. +1 eats a headshot and gets taken down. But the fight is still on. Ruben trying to protect King Stallion, unable to do so. The double kill on Tristana just before he dies, with Zed picking up another kill and getting the chase on. Ziggs wasn't there though, so they managed to defend their base. But yeah, not really sure. Ziggs. Hey bro.
Ziggs is chilling out there right now.
Yeah,
he's just like
the wraiths.
He's just like, look guys, I got wraiths. I'm getting the blue here. I think I might pick up this ward here, but I might not do it. No, the blue's good. The blue's good. It's fine. You guys were great. You took out the turrets. Everything's cool.
Yeah, maybe he's making a point. He's going like, without me, you guys are nothing. Look at that. I was there. I wasn't there, and you guys gave up, or you guys lost in a team fight. So
pretty much, yeah.
It's all about getting a little bit of glory onto Crow.
Exactly there, but looks like the game continues right now. But basically from that, they have picked up a lot of global gold and a lot of local gold between the entire team there, even though they managed to defend right now, and they've been able to go back, pick up some extra items from the shutdown gold. It still dwarfs the amount of gold that Teemo has. So they can easily just regroup right now and take that in here. But unfortunately, they are split, and it'd be a bit of a mistake to push in so aggressively like they are right now. Looks like they managed to pick up Yu with the Zenith Blade. Looks like they've blown the ulti right now, but see, as you can see, like, Tristana's not there right now, but as you can see, Crow basically showing, see, that's just why you should have waited for me.
Yeah,
you guys are nothing. So another nice Zenith Blade onto Jungle only right now. The absolute zero going down. It looks like the Death Mark is onto Icy. Thunder Magnus going down low. Nectar's still trying to get in the middle of the team fight. Double kill for Amumu, trying to pick up the Inami. Inami's the last to fall right there, and that is a nice ace into a finish for Teemo.
Nicely done by Teemo. They win the losers bracket semi-final, and that means they've got to head on to the grand final and take on Suddenly Citrus.
This is definitely going to be one of the, as you can see, they already versed them before in a best. Was it a best of 3 before?
Yeah, it was best of 3. Yeah.
Oh, this is definitely going to be a hard game for them, but the best of luck, and hopefully they can pull an upset for us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will we'll drop the stream for a couple of minutes and be back as soon as the game has been set up for the grand final of the New Zealand Championship League Canterbury Regional Tournament. There you go. Sorry, I've said that several times today. I don't know why I struggled with it.
It's a bit of a tongue twister.
All right, we'll be back in a couple of minutes. This is Crisis and Mendrix signing out.
I'm just going to go get some.